She returned from her conference with a big smile on her face, the kind of smile that usually made me feel warm inside. But that day, something about it felt different, forced, too bright. She dropped her bags near the couch and hugged me tightly, telling me how much she missed me. I hugged her back, but a strange heaviness sat in my chest. Maybe it was because the last 3 days had felt unusually quiet. Or maybe because she'd barely called. She kept talking about the conference, the meetings, the presentations, the networking dinners. She even showed me a few pictures of crowded halls and hotel lobbies. Everything looked normal, yet everything felt wrong. Her eyes didn't match her words. They kept shifting away, as if hiding something she didn't want me to see. That evening, we sat together on the couch, but the distance between us felt wider than ever. She laughed more than usual, touched my arm often, and acted sweeter than she had in months. It should have made me happy, but instead it tightened the uneasy knot inside me. Her sudden affection felt like a cover, like makeup hiding a bruise. The next morning, as she showered, my phone buzzed with the message I had been waiting for. Your results are ready. It was the test I quietly took after weeks of suspicion. The test that would confirm whether my fears were just in my head or rooted in truth. My hands shook as I opened the email. One glance at the results made my heart drop. Positive. Not for something fatal, but something you only get through one thing. Betrayal. My stomach twisted. The room spun. Everything inside me screamed to be wrong. But the truth stared back, cold and undeniable. She hadn't just lied about the conference. She hadn't just drifted away. She had given me proof I never asked for. When she walked out of the bathroom wrapped in her towel, humming softly, she looked at me with concern. She asked what was wrong, why I looked pale. But I couldn't speak. All the memories of the past few months hit me at once. Her late nights, her sudden need for privacy, her changed passwords, her excuses that sounded rehearsed. Finally, I told her we needed to talk. She froze instantly. Her smile vanished, replaced by a nervous swallow. She sat opposite me, twisting her fingers the way she always did when she was scared. I opened the test results on my phone and placed it on the table between us. She glanced at it and I watched her face break open. Her eyes widened, then darted away. Her lips trembled. When she spoke, her voice cracked as she said it must be a mistake, that she had no idea how this happened. But even she didn't believe her own words. The silence that followed her lies was louder than her explanation. I asked her one question. Was the conference even real? Her shoulders dropped. She covered her face with her hands and sobbed. I had seen her cry many times, but never like this. Not the kind of crying that comes from being caught rather than hurting. Every tear she shed felt like another cut across whatever trust we had left. Eventually, between broken breaths, she admitted the truth. She had gone, not to a conference, but to meet someone she had been talking to for months. She insisted it was a mistake, that it meant nothing, that she wanted to fix things. But the test results lying between us said everything she wouldn't. I listened, but none of her words reached me. It felt like watching a movie of my own life, except I had no control. The person I loved had walked into our home smiling, carrying secrets she thought I'd never discover. And the proof of her betrayal was now inside my body, something I would have to live with long after she was gone. As she begged me not to leave her, I realized something. The painful part wasn't losing her. It was knowing she had already left me long before this day, mentally, emotionally, physically. I stood up, walked to the bedroom, and began packing a bag, not because I wanted to, but because staying meant choosing to be blind. When I finally stepped outside, I didn't slam the door. I didn't shout. I just walked away, letting the last bit of love fade with each step. The test results had ruined everything, but they had also set me free.